Good morning, everyone, from the Premier Sports Campus in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. This is the 2019 USAFL National Championships here on Go Live Sportscast. My name is Brian Barish, and buckle in because we'll have 9 hours of action for you, not only on this field, but over on Cooper's Field. This is a Division IV match, men's match, between the Des Moines Roosters and the Atlanta Kookaburras. The Roosters are in the red jumpers with the black and white hoops. They'll be heading from left to right on your screen. The Kookaburras, who are combined with players from the Rome Redbacks, the Savannah Hurricane, and the Jacksonville Saints. They're in the green jumpers and the yellow yoke. The umpire holds the spirit of this great game aloft. That's the football. And, of course, the object of the game is to kick the ball between the two big sticks on either end. There's smaller sticks on either side. You get points for that, too. It's 6 points if you get it in the middle, 1 point on either side. And the 2019 USAFL Nationals are underway, and we'll fill you in on the rules as we go along. We're going to have a secondary ball up here as the game starts. As the game gets underway, the two rucks go after it. Atlanta has the football. Knocking that one forward there was the 22 for Des Moines. And that one is sent forward, goes in, and bounces away. And now a little handball. Oh, big tackle put in there by one of the Roosters. Going after that one, I believe, is Wayne Kraska, number 4 for Atlanta. We're going to talk about him a little bit later on today, during the game. But as they move the ball up on the far side, the ball squirts out. It's like a squirtle, and then picked up by the Roosters. This is May. Long kick into the middle of the ground. It bounces out in front. One-on-one contest. And the ball's going to be a little dewy at the moment. Kicking that one forward was Chase Trujillo. Finds a target, but he couldn't hang on to it. And it's going to be contact off the ball. So you're not allowed to tackle somebody when they don't have the football. You are allowed to bump into them if you're within 5 meters of the play. So this is the number 36 we have, who I believe is one of the Jacksonville players. We don't have numbers for them at the moment. The kick is on the way. That's tailing back, and it is there for the first goal of the game. And the first goal of Nationals, it's Atlanta 6, Des Moines no score. Atlanta 6, Des Moines 0. Here on Go Live Sportscast, and there where you see the mistakes and how that can lead. You get a free kick, and of course you get a free kick as well off of what they call a mark. That's if the ball is kicked, it travels 15 meters or more, and it's caught cleanly by a player on either team. So 6-0 the score. Atlanta 1 goal straight for a total of 6. Des Moines 0. Back into the middle of the ground once again, and we're underway as that one is patted around like a volleyball. Now, a lot of people mistake this for rugby. One of the big differences, you are not allowed to throw the ball. You have to hit it out of your hand like a volleyball. Long ball in front, again throwing in the shoulder. You're allowed to do that. Going down to get it there is the number 10, again also unlisted. And picked up again and thrown to the ground. Big with a half Nelson was the number 2 in there for Des Moines. And we'll have a ball up. You get tackled with the football, but you don't have prior opportunity. It's just a ball up. Here comes Des Moines back the other way, and that one is caught. And the mark taken there by the number 8. We have a couple of players from the Seattle Grizzlies reserves playing on this Des Moines side here today. That one is sent towards the sticks. It's going to be close, but it's there, and we're all tied. Des Moines 6, Atlanta 6. That was a good setup piece of play there, centering the ball for that number 8 who took the mark. And again, it's all about staying on your man defensively, and Atlanta unable to do that on that occasion. As we mentioned, we'll have 9 games for you today, and we'll have 6 women's games as well. We have a couple of Division I women's games coming up. Peter Holden from Women's Australian Football Radio and RSN Carnival in Melbourne, Australia, we'll be here for that one for you to take you through all the action. Meanwhile, play action here back at the ranch, and that is a clean tackle. Now, if you are tackled with the football and you had prior opportunity, it's a free kick to the other team. You can be tackled anywhere between the shoulders and the knees. Long handball back. It was a no-look handball, not a very good idea. And going after that one, and that one was almost a push in the back, kept in by Judge, and Ben Judge, who's the USA Revolution, one of the national team. Just like in soccer, just like in basketball and all these other sports, we have national Aussie Rules football team. They'll be headed along with the USA Freedom. That's the women's team. They'll be headed the AFL International Cup in Australia next year. Ball back into play. The number 10 there, again, gets spun around like a record baby, right round, and picked up. Skitters that one forward. Again, the Dew going to be collecting on the ball here. It's going to be like a greased watermelon, a little shovel pass, and that one's going to be sent forward. That one goes up high, and it is not marked. Ball stays in play, and handball into the middle. This is good play from the Roosters, sending that one inside 50, and it is tipped off the top. Braden Metters, number 24 for Atlanta, was there. And the ball goes out of bounds. Now, when the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be a boundary throw, and we have a boundary umpire who will throw the ball back into play. Well, yeah, we have a boundary throw umpire who will throw the ball back into play over their head. That's if the ball gets run out of bounds, if it gets tapped out of bounds, if the ball gets carried out of bounds. We have that, and we have a whistle off the play. And I think we're going to do that again. So we'll have another go at the boundary throw-in. It's Des Moines 6, Atlanta 6. Early stages of the first half. This is a Division 4 match. 8 teams in all the men's divisions. That one is sent towards the sticks and out of bounds on the full. Now, we mentioned all the situations where if the ball goes out of bounds, it's a boundary throw-in. But in this case, if the ball gets kicked straight out on the fly like that, then it's a free kick to the other team. You hear Rod Grilisich over on field number 1. Got the game Columbus Cats playing over there against the Chicago Swans on the other channel. Here on Go Live Sportscast, and we'll be with you all day today, right through the last round of games, which starts at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. 8 a.m. Sunday morning back in Australia. Ball comes back into play, and again picked up by the Roosters. Going to send that one inside again. Bounds away. One-on-one contest. He pushed him off the football, and the ball again goes out of bounds. It's marooned in that corner pocket. Wonderful surface that we're playing on here at Premier Sports Complex here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida, Sarasota, Bradenton County, as the ball comes back into play once again, and that one is shoveled away. And a long kick high up in the air, and it bumbles free. Again picked up. Oh, great tackle there. Now, was it high? Or did he not have? Yeah, it was a high tackle. Again, you're not allowed to tackle over the shoulders. And the number 41 in there for Atlanta. Again, we don't have player names for some of the players here, so we beg your indulgence. But anyway, Des Moines again with the score 6-6. They'll go back to try and extend the lead. 6 points if you get it between the two big sticks, 1 point if you get it between one of the big sticks and one of the little ones. The kick is on the way. It's fading right, and it is through for a behind. So that's 1 point to Des Moines. It's the Des Moines Roosters 7. The Atlanta Kookaburras 6. My name is Brian Barish. Great to have your company wherever you're joining us around the world here on Go Live Sportscast. And Braden Metters as the fullback. He'll bring that one out. Long pass as that one goes in the middle of the ground, but it's picked off again by Ben Judge. He's going to kick that ball ahead, and that one is a little shovel pass. Again, sent that one forward. Shoved him off the football and kicked forward, kicked backwards now. Crash boom opera. That's Hunter Bates in there, one of the Jacksonville players. And it's like a rolling mall situation, like a bunch of tumbleweeds in Florida. It's kind of like a cowboy in the jungle, as Jimmy Buffett once sang. And it squirts out just like a baby. Long handball over the top. He couldn't handle it, but he's going to pick it up, send that one in towards the sixth. And somebody alert the Sarasota Zoo, because I just saw a shankopotamus. That one flailed out to the far side. And it will be a free kick coming out. 18 players on the field for each team. They can have up to 6 substitutes. There is no offsides, and the way it works, it's 5 lines of 3 as Metters sends that one in, picked up by the Kookas, sent that one again forward, but again corralled by the Roosters, but they lost it, sending that one inside. First chance in a while for the Kookas. In the center halfback position, again going after the football. That's Nana Coleman, number 25 in there, finally picked up and sent back the other way. High up in the air, looking for the mark. Dropped one he probably should have taken. And again, long handball in. And now shoved him off the football. That's legal because he was within 5 meters of the football. And a little don't argue. That's what we call a stiff arm. Great smother in there. Atlanta still has it. Looking again for the handball. A little jumping action over the top. Kicks that one back, sending that one forward. One-on-one contest. And normally you don't see players wearing baseball hats, but the number 12 in there for Atlanta has it. And the umpire obviously said that they're okay with that, so I'm not going to question it either. Everyone down mushroom farming at the top of the 50-meter arc. Long, wild handball out of there. It's going to skitter on through, and then going from out of nowhere to catch that one was William McDonald, number 28. And that'll be a free kick as McDonald ended up catching him high, sending that one up high once again. And a nice mark coming up to take that as the number 11 for Des Moines. Commentary side, Des Moines 7, Atlanta 6, midway through the first half and right in the middle of the ground. That is the number 4. That is the other judge. That, I believe, is Jacob Judge as well. And that one is sent forward again. Here comes Des Moines on the attack, sending that one in. And that one is straighter than a flatulating moth. Goal to the Des Moines Roosters, and they extend the lead. Des Moines 13, Atlanta 6. The Des Moines Roosters, 2 goals, 1 behind for 13 points. Atlanta, 1 straight 6. Again, the Atlanta defense crumbling just like a dry cookie. And there the Roosters able to make them pay. We mentioned there are 8 teams in this Division 4 pool, and this Division 4 group. 2 pools of 4 teams each. They'll play 2 games today. They'll play 1 game tomorrow morning, and the winner of each pool will advance to the grand final. Division 4 grand final will be tomorrow afternoon. We'll, of course, have the Division 3, 2, and 1 men's grand final, the women's grand final as well. Women's Division 1 grand final on ESPN 3 starting at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. But back to the business of the here and now as that one is scuttled forward. And ball goes down. And that one is cleared out of there. High up in the middle. Judge watches that one fall in front of him. Picks that one up, and he has all sorts of room to bootleg around. Long kick up high. No. Almost looked like Sterling Sharp for a minute. Metters comes out of the back line. He has McDonald with him if he wants him. And that one is shuffled off the ground. Almost kicking in danger by Ben Judge, but he's going to get the football. We'll explain that in a moment. Long handball into the middle of the ground. Handballs it back. Kraska, the old master has it, but it's picked up there by the number 2, sending that one inside 50. Ball goes to ground. They have 2 players there. They have 3 players now do the Roosters. A little stiffy handball, nope. And the umpire circling, and that will be holding the ball. Again, if you're tackled while in possession of the football, it's a free kick to the other team. And here is the number 22 for the Des Moines Roosters. They lead 13-6 right now. So the free kick, it's sending that one. Well, it looked crooked, but that straightens out. Battle in the goal square there, and now they can concede a behind, can Seattle, or rather can Atlanta if they want, but they are not going to on this occasion. And the ball is cryogenically frozen in there just like Walt Disney, and we'll have a ball up at the top of the goal square. Ball gets knocked down, and that one is sent in towards the sticks from an odd angle. It's through for a behind, though. So 1 point to Des Moines. The score, it's the Des Moines Roosters 14, Atlanta Kookaburras 6. Des Moines 14, Atlanta 6. And after a behind, the defense, the team that was just scored on, can make a kick in. Now, it used to be you had to stay in that goal square that we were talking about. But they changed the rule now, and now you can just, as soon as you come out, you are fair game. Des Moines able to keep the ball in play, sending that one in towards the pocket, picking that one up, trying to sending that one in into the middle of the ground, and then sending that one back in play, and sending that one towards the sticks, and that one it goes through for another minor score. So again, between one of the big sticks and one of the little sticks yields 1 point. It's the Des Moines Roosters 15, Atlanta Kookaburras 6. Des Moines 15, Atlanta 6. We hear the New York Magpies women getting ready for their game against the Portland Sockeyes a little bit later on. And that'll be at the top of the hour. Peter Holden will be here to take you through that one. Sending that one up the far side, and it's marked nicely. And again, the Kookaburras just cannot penetrate that half-forward line from the Des Moines Roosters. Sending that one in. The ball gets knocked down. Judge corrals the football. Long handball up over the top. Centering ball. Not the greatest of kicks. Who wants it? Everybody. Who's got it? Nobody. It hits the ground. Hits the deck. Jumps out in front and cleared out by the Kookas. Long handball in the middle of the ground. Coleman. Oh, well, he wasn't ready for that collision, and neither was Wayne Kraska. And Kraz is clutching his elbow, or clutching his shoulder. He's down in the middle of the ground. Play's going to keep going. And Kraska gets up extremely slowly. That one sent in towards the pocket. Again, first inside 50 in a while for the Kookas, but that one's going to get cleared out. And a free kick? Yeah, free kick. I didn't see what for. That's going to come back. When we talk about Wayne Kraska, who's coming off the field, we mentioned all these teams from Jacksonville, Rome, Savannah. He helped start those up as well. Being based in Atlanta. He's been around the Kookaburras since the beginning of the club back in 1998. The Roosters, by the way, made their debut in 2009, started by the Cameraman brothers, Tyler and Wes, who came over from Orange County at the beginning of the last decade, or the end of the last decade. Meanwhile, again, Des Moines up 15-6 here. That one put into the middle of the ground, and that one is sent in towards Judge on the siren. Now, the question is, now the kick came after, I think before the siren, and we're going to check here. The umpire is not making a signal, so that will not count. Halftime at the football, this Division IV men's game, the score, it's the Des Moines Roosters 15, the Atlanta Kookaburras 6. We're going to step aside and come right back for more action. You're watching the 2019 USAFL National Championships here on Go Live Sportscast. Back here at the Premier Sports Campus at Lakewood Ranch, Florida for the 2019 USAFL National Championships. This Division IV game between the Des Moines Roosters and the Atlanta Kookaburras sees the Roosters up by 9 points, 15-6 at halftime. Brian Barish here with you, second of 20-minute halves here in this game. And worth mentioning, by the way, the other two teams in this Pool B match. We have the DC Eagles combined with the RVA Lions out of Richmond, Virginia, and then the Minnesota Freeze combined with the Baton Rouge Tigers as well. That's a free kick out of the middle of the ground there to the number 17. That's Kyler Johnson for the Kookaburras, who sends that one up on the far side. Ball goes to ground, and Johnson able to knock that one forward again. Sending that one again as the Kookas trying to get something going, but Ben Judge steps up and takes the mark. Judge's played in, I believe, 2 International Cup teams, and he finds a connection out on the near side there with the number 3. He'll send that one in forward. Again, we don't have the Des Moines numbers, and I know Ben Judge. Oh, nice mark. A courageous catch taken in there by the 10 for Atlanta. Sending that one again, one-on-one contest. Again, Judge comes back from behind to spoil. Little shovel pass in there by the 36 for Atlanta, looking to find a connection, but unable to. It's a turnover. Whirlybird helicopter kick, sending that one inside 50. Nice defense by Metters. He's going to have to get on his horse, sending that one in towards the sticks, and that one's gone behind. And our first score of the game is a one-pointer for the Des Moines Roosters. They go on to 16 points. To Atlanta 6. It's Des Moines 16, Atlanta 6 here in the second half. Just underway. Here's Metters out of the back line. He'll send that one up, and again, it's going to be picked off. And again, it's the half forwards. What's interesting about this is you're essentially playing defense. These, like we talk about the half forward position, you're essentially also playing defense on these kick-ins. And see if they can convert here. The kick is on the way. The wind is blowing from right to left. Doing. It was a Wilbur post. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. And that scores 1 point. If it hits the post, and even if it bounces out, the ball is dead, and it's 1 point. That goes to Des Moines. It's Des Moines 17, Atlanta 6. The Des Moines Roosters 17, Atlanta 6. 2 goals, 5 behinds for Des Moines. And again, they've stolen the ball. Back inside, and that one is deflected. It bounces. He's going to turn around. Did that get anybody? No, it didn't. And that's in for a goal. And again, the Atlanta defense just cannot penetrate, and that one leads to a 6-pointer. Des Moines, 3 goals, 5 behinds, 23 points. Atlanta, 1 straight 6. It's the Des Moines Roosters 23, Atlanta 6. And the gulf becoming ever greater. We come back into the middle after a goal. We'll have another ball up. And we thank a number of our sponsors, of course, the Bradenton Area Sports Commission, Visit Sarasota, of course, Cooper's Beer, which has been around since the year 2000, helping the USAFL. Of course, Play Aussie as well. We've got Bundaberg Beverages as well. Ball comes back in the air, and that one is knocked down, and that one a little shovel pass going backwards. Long kick. Can Atlanta get something going here? Clean bowls Coleman, picked up, however, by Judge. He's moved into the back line. Long handball. Again, looking left to right. That's Ben Judge, the number 6. Sends that one in the middle of the ground. Well, he looked like Superman going after the football. He almost got caught in the face. And the ball, and it's going to be picked up there. That one is sent inside 50. Who wants it? Everybody. Coleman able to knock it free, and that one is cleared out of the back by the Roosters defense. And all by himself, he took the mark, but he dropped it, but he's going to play on. Sending that one inside 50 for the Des Moines Roosters. Metters can't get it. And the mark taken there by number 50. Long handball across. He sets that one up. The kick is on the way. And that one is sailed through for another behind. Well, they're getting their opportunities, Des Moines, but they're just too inaccurate. And in this game, it's not going to matter too much, it seems like, unless Atlanta can get something going. But they're going to need to tighten that up for the rest of the game. So it's Des Moines 24, Atlanta 6. The Des Moines Roosters 24, the Atlanta Kookaburras 6. Out on the far side now. A little bootleg around, bootleg action. Sends that one in towards the middle, goes up towards the sticks. Did it get there? Yes, it did. It looked like it did from here, and the goal umpire agrees. Goal to Des Moines. more pepper in there than a pack of jalapenos. And the Roosters go to 4-6-30. Atlanta one straight 6. It's the Des Moines Roosters 30, the Atlanta Kookaburras 6. Back into the middle of the ground. We mentioned the 4 teams in this pool. The 4 teams in the other pool, the Ohio Valley River Rats, which are Division III grand finalists, the Baltimore Dockers reserve side, and the North Carolina Tigers, and the Fort Lauderdale Fighting Squids combined with the local team, the Tampa Bay Tiger Sharks. Long handball up over the top. Over to get it now. Going to send that one in towards the sticks. Again, the 22 going over there for it, which was Max Freudenberg. And that one has gone out of bounds. Atlanta, again, starting to churn a little bit here. They still trail by 4 straight kicks. There's a nice cool breeze blowing right into the microphone. A line drive of a kick. Picked that one up, sent in. Knocked down by the fullback. And trying to get it out of there. And in fact, it's gone through for behind. Thought it was going in the other direction. That's Atlanta's first point in a while. They actually scored that. They had that first goal of the game. That's their first point since then. So it's Des Moines 30, Atlanta 7. Des Moines Roosters 4 goals, 6 behinds, 30 points. Atlanta 1-1-7. It's a 23-point lead. Ball comes back in up on the far side. That one is kicked in towards the middle of the ground, Atlanta. And that one steering back to get that one is the number 41. Sending that one over. That's from one of the other fields we'll play on. It's going to be, if you watch the game throughout the day, as a free kick's been awarded to Des Moines, or to Atlanta rather. If you're going to watch throughout the day, you're going to notice a lot of horns going on. We have 5 fields going on all at once. Of course, 6 divisions. We have 4 men's divisions and 2 women's divisions. Picked up by Johnson. Little handball coming across. Oh, he got legged, but it was a good tackle. That was very close to being a low tackle, but it wasn't. Up on the far side they go. They drop the pill, and again, Atlanta able to get back through William McDonald. He turns the ball over, and here come the Roosters once again, sending that one in, but Metters steps up. He dropped that one, probably going to want that one back. Sends that one in towards the sticks. Not through for a behind. And 1 point. He said that it did graze the post. And again, as we said, any contact with one of the 2 goalposts is an automatic point. Des Moines 31, Atlanta 7. Des Moines Roosters 31, Atlanta 7. 4 goals, 7 for the Roosters. Atlanta 1-1-7. Metters, again the fullback. He's in play now. Kicks that one out to the near side. One-on-one contest. Tracking back again. Dropped there by the number 10. 16 picks that one up for Des Moines. Sending that one into the middle of the ground. And defensive mark. Yeah, well, it's a good spoil. Ball comes to ground. And pick that one up. Long handball. 63. Sending that one in again towards ball. Took an off break. That's what in cricket they would refer to as a googly. And the ball goes out of bounds. And, you know, speaking of cricket, that's how the sport kind of got a lot of its origins. It was invented, or at least codified, by a group of people, including Tom Wills in Australia in 1858. It's a way for cricketers to keep in shape during the off-season, and that's why we don't say, you know, referees. We call them umpires. That's why, you know, we call them boundary lines, and that's why the field is a giant oval, as you see here. Up on the far side. Of course, the other thing is that the umpires used to wear all white back in the day. Now it's all about high visibility. Free kick for Atlanta. They trail 31-7. Sending that one in. High drop. Ball goes to ground. Picks that one up. Sending that one in again. And over the head there of the 15, which is Ben Tischler. And Tischler will go in after it again, waiting for the ball to come out. And now we have a giant hugging session. And the umpire crosses his arms like the Monsignor. We'll have a ball up about 45 meters from the target. Again, coming up next, Women's Division I action featuring the New York Magpies and the Portland Sockeyes. And that one is sent in towards the sticks. It's across the face. It's another behind for Atlanta. Well, the chances are trickling in for the Kookaburras. And they go to 1-2-8. They trail by 23 points. It's the Des Moines Roosters 31, Atlanta 8. We mentioned Atlanta have players from the Rome Redbacks, who are located in northwest Georgia. the Savannah Hurricane and the Jacksonville Saints. The Redbacks and the Saints, as that one just in off the chest. The Redbacks and the Saints came into the league last year, and the Savannah Hurricane, the newest club in the USAFL, as Judge finally took a bounce. We'll explain the bounce rule in just a moment. You have to bounce the ball every 15 meters. And boy, I'll tell you what, I think he ran about 14.95 right there. You have to either bounce the ball or touch it to the ground. That one is sent in towards the sticks. It's roaming back. It's a ninth mark in front by the big number 50, and he'll go back. And I believe that's judging by one of the Sacramento players. There's a couple of Sacramento players on this team, and that one is straight through the gullet. And Des Moines extends their lead. Des Moines 37, Atlanta 8. The Des Moines Roosters 5 goals, 7 behinds. That's 37 points for Des Moines. Atlanta 1 goal, 2 behinds, 8 points. The lead is 29 points now. As we mentioned, we have the New York Magpies and the Portland Sockeyes coming up. Peter Holden is waiting in the wings for that match, and you'll hear his dulcet tones 6 times today. That one is sent in. Coleman couldn't get to it. Bounces up over the top. Long handball, and now sending that one in. High over the top. Nice mark. Long kick into the middle of the ground. Nice mark. And again, Des Moines just picking out where they want the ball. Atlanta back on their heels, and a double touch mark taken by the Kookas. They're going to send that one in. Nice mark. As you can see the lead there. It's almost like, as that was the number 3 in James Batten. Now the forwards, it's almost like they're running a slant pattern, or like a pattern or a run in American football. And that's the great part, is it doesn't matter where you are on the ground. If you have the football, you're essentially the quarterback, because you make the decision on what you're going to do. Are you going to play the ball short? Are you going to give off a little handball? You have to assess what you have in front of you. But the difference is you get the ball. It's not like you have a snap and you know it's coming. It's very improvisational. You have to make a decision quick, fast, and in a hurry. Free kick to Des Moines. Nana Coleman sends that one up on the far side. That one will drop across. And that one is kicked. Long kick. That one is shoved from behind again. And Metters again going after it. He tramples over the football, but picked up again. Long little handball. Kicks that one in, and that's going to be another goal, I believe, for Des Moines. Yes, sir. The 2-finger salute, the one you can show on television. And the Roosters extend their lead. Des Moines 43, Atlanta 8. Des Moines Roosters 43, Atlanta 8. Just taking a look at the schedule, I think Des Moines will have DC coming up next. Atlanta will play Minnesota. I believe that game is going on right now. We have games going on simultaneously in Division 4. We'll have a couple more Division 4 games a little bit later on for you here on Go Live Sportscast. And I'll be back for a little bit later. I think we have Ohio Valley and Baltimore a little bit later on. I think at 12 o'clock is when we'll have that game. The big men rise. Ball goes to ground, and that one is sent in again inside the 50-meter arc. And Coleman might have batted that away from one of his own teammates. Big tackle laid in there. And a long handball up over the near side. I think that was Ben Walker. Throws that one in. Again, the 42 in there, which is Brian Alexander, beg your pardon, and that one is sent in, and that one has gone through for or behind. They were appealing for out of bounds on the full where Des Moines rather, but it did just sneak inside the behind post for 1 point for Atlanta. Des Moines 43, Atlanta 9 is the score. Des Moines 43, Atlanta 9 as they come out to the near side, and it's marked. It's a, let's do the math here. That's a 34-point lead on the Cooper scoreboard for the Des Moines Roosters. Ball goes to ground here. And, that's a low tackle. Or no, he's gone. Looked almost like it could have been called low, but that just got that one in. Just got that one high enough. So a free kick to the number 26 here, which is Seth Stokes. Stokes will go into the pocket and finds, didn't find a mark there. Good tackle going after it. Again, I believe that's Tischler, Ben Tischler in there. And the umpire says, let's ball this one up. No clear possession, no prior opportunity. And Alexander, I think, was going to always lose the jumping contest there. But it's going out of bounds, and it's a decent result. So the ball will come back, and the 2 rucks nominate. Ball comes back in the play up high. It's a short throw-in. Or are they going to do this again? Nope. It's a free kick. So free kick coming up to the Roosters out of their left back pocket. That area where the curvatures of the field are referred to as the pockets. And almost dropped it. It was a good effort, though. And tackle from behind. In there was Stokes, who was hard at the football and just got by the one tackler, but the bounce didn't come off. Tries to throw in a Shepherd. Was going to get a handball. Didn't realize it. But the 22 picks that one up again. Marked. And you see why he's got the knee, or at least the one knee, taped up. Suttering ball, but there's no Kookaburras around defensively, and he has enough room to serve dinner and maybe some tea and send that one behind the stick. It's another point for Des Moines. And the lead is now 35 points on the Cooper scoreboard. Des Moines 44, Atlanta 9. The Roosters I think they've looked home for some time now, and it was just a matter of whether Atlanta could really break out in the second half, but they've had a couple of chances. They have 3 scoring shots to their name. Now one goes up high, and it's marked. Again, Des Moines, they're the midfielders, the half forwards. They are really, really reading the ball extremely well. And it's led to 14 scoring opportunities. Another one maybe forthcoming, high in the air. Ball goes to ground, gets free, and that one will trundle through. It's it'll go out of bounds once again. No point. Kookaburras, we mentioned, they were in Division III Grand Final back in 2011 when we were in Austin, Texas. And, of course, this is the second time that we've been here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. We were here 3 years ago at this beautiful sports complex, probably one of the best fields we've ever played on. As we mentioned these, and I don't know if you saw our social media, of course, USAFL.com. On Facebook at facebook.com/USAFL, and on Twitter and Instagram at USAFL1997. We had Gigi, the paint tank, was out here. The turf tank was out here drawing the lines, and of course the words, the letters that you see on the field, USAFL and the Coopers, which was our major sponsor. And everybody throwing each other around, and out of all of that, a little bit of push and shove there afterwards. The umpire comes in and says, cool it, boys. No need to get your panties in a ruffle. And a 50-meter penalty, it looks like, has been assessed. So what happened here was it was a free kick initially awarded to Atlanta. Because there was an extra infringement, in this case, the altercation, the ball has been moved up 25 meters. I said 50. It's 25 meters in the lower divisions here in the USAFL. Des Moines, again, trying to add to the percentage, which is the point differential, in case there's a tie tomorrow for the grand final. Sending that one in. Long, high handball, looping handball, and again, that's the number 50. He's going to leave that for his man, the 63, and the question was it touched? No, it was a clean soccer goal off the turf, off the carpet here in Lakewood Ranch, and that is the 7th goal of the game for the Des Moines Roosters. It's the Des Moines Roosters 50, Atlanta 9. Des Moines 50, Atlanta 9. It's a 41-point lead on the Cooper scoreboard. 7-8-50 for Des Moines. Well, I think I may have missed a score there because they have, all right, I have 50 to 9, and that's what we're going to go by. Des Moines 50, Atlanta 9. And the scoreboard shows 8-7-55, but I think the issue isn't really in doubt at this point. Ball back in the play in the middle of the ground, getting pretty near the end, as John and Paul once said on a very good Beatles album. Handballs that one into the middle, towards the middle at the very least, and they push and shove off the football, and the ball goes out of bounds once again. And the Boundary throwing up coming. Columbus and Chicago and men's 3 action going on. We have the Philadelphia Hawks and the Houston Lone Stars going on back there, and somebody is leading somebody 36-1 in that match. And I'll explain the significance in just a moment. That one is sent in, and it's a nice mark defensively, again by Judge, who comes out to the near side. That's my old club, the Philadelphia Hawks, in their first ever matchup against the Lone Stars. Here come the Roosters, meanwhile. And the horn sounds mercifully, I think, for Atlanta. And this one is in the books. And the final score, it's the Des Moines Roosters 50, the Atlanta Kookaburras 9. Des Moines Roosters 7 goals, 8 behinds, 50 points. Atlanta 1-3-9. That's going to do it for this game. Stick around because we have Women's Division I action between the Portland Sockeyes and the New York Magpies. Peter Holden will guide you through all the action of that one, and the game immediately afterwards. We'll have another women's game coming up for you. Until then, this is Brian Barish. We'll see you right back here at the 2019 USAFL National Championships here on Go Live Sportscast.